folks, welcome to day 15 and it's been a good progress. I have had a couple of one good tournament, one bad tournament, and I'm preparing for a tournament which is at least a couple of weeks away. So I'm going to continue with my standard format. I'm going to start off with a warm-up, and warm-up is going to be through puzzle streak. Puzzle streak number 20, 10 minutes. Let's try to reach 30. Let's not make some mistakes. Now here, what is the problem? I think it's a mating sequence starting with this check, and I then give the bishop check and a simple back rank mate. Seemed fairly easy puzzle. Here, as I can see, this is seems like a puzzle which involves winning the rook on the other end of the table. Simple skewer puzzle. Here we have materially we are exchanged down, he is about to queen and so on and so forth. So it appears that we have a mate in 2 though. Under this circumstance, the two minor pieces and the rook delivering the mate. This is an interesting situation that we have here. We have this check, but that results in I have this check which results in this mate. Okay folks, it's a pretty straightforward one. We deliver a mate with the bishop. Seemed a fairly once you tell me it's a puzzle, it becomes fairly easy for us to figure this out. Here, as you can see, I'm struggling with material, but I have a simple queener here, and I don't understand why would you allow me this exchange, allowing me to queen 2 steps down the road. We've reached puzzle number 26. Here we have a fork, but where is the win? I don't see the win. Fork, I win this, but there's no win. Actually I can win this. Yes, the check, and then I win this. Why don't I start with this? I'm winning an additional piece by doing so. So we do this and then go ahead and capture this. So alright folks, here how does this work? So I have this option, but I'm not sure if it is working. I have this option. Yes, I think the way it works is I give him this check, king takes, and then the bishop captures knight, and I think I have some nice moves here. I'm not sure if it is working. Seems something's wrong with my calculation. Takes, king takes, so I'm just simply giving my bishop away. The way it works is I take this because if he can't take it back because of this discover attack, and then I get this. So idea was the same, but I think the order of the moves being critical in this position. Here, as you can see, they have generated a fork here. I can take rook takes, queen takes, and what do I do after that? Okay. I am not liking the way it's happening here folks, because if rook takes knight, queen takes knight, I don't have anything. Is the queen trapped? Yes, the queen appears to be trapped folks here. Queen trapped by the bishop, and I win the queen. Alright, great. Seemed tricky one initially, but we were able to work this out. I have this check, and then the king comes here. I have this check, king comes here. This check, pawn takes. I don't see a mate anywhere. What if I start with this? He has this check, I go somewhere. I have this check, I go somewhere. Okay folks, let's try this check here. Pawn takes, queen check, and then I don't have anything because the bishop can come in and block. So the check with the knight is not really working. Queen check, the problem is a continuation. I'm not able to find the continuation. Queen takes, king comes here, knight check, king can technically come here as well. So I have this check, king comes here, then I do this threatening this kind of a mate. I think that is what let's try this out. Now let's think about it. I take this because you cannot now take this pawn here. Pawn is protected by the queen, and I'm threatening, you know, some nasty checks as we go along. Yes, perfect. So I have a defense that is working up. 5 minutes in with our warm-up, we've done around 9 puzzles today. What's the status here? Here we have, I can have this pawn push, pawn check. The king cannot come here, he cannot come here, he has to take, and they have this nice rook knight combination mate here. Okay, it's a very simple one again. Now I think we're getting into the interesting portions of this puzzle streak. We have this check here, pawn push, bishop push, whatever it is. I'm going to simply take this off, and then I think it's a straightforward one. I think, I mean, am I missing something? Oh yeah, there's no mate here. I have a check, so he has to worry about it. Here, why should I take this? I mean, it's not adding much value. You allow him to take it, then I take it back on a check, and then I think this is the one. Alright folks, now let's keep an eye on this. This looks like a clear-cut case of winning this rook. I just need to play this, but the thing is, rook comes back. That's the problem in this situation. But let's think about it. Check, rook comes back, rook takes, king takes, and then I take this pawn off. And then I think so there is not, and he gets to here, and then I can do the entire, I think the sequence works. Take, and then I take, right? It's a pretty straightforward. The sequence works because in the end game I do have a way to win that other the pawn that is there on the opponent's side. Now here, as you can see, okay, in fact, you know, I was practicing a game a couple of days ago where I struggled on the similar position. What if I push? I think it's mainly the push situation. Push, king comes in, push, king comes in, and then this pawn push, bishop takes, and I'm going to simply win. I think that's the way it works. Now I can get my king into the game, and now I push. There's no other option for him, and then I'm simply winning. Alright folks, we have a couple of more minutes. Let's try to see if we can. I thought I'll do 10 puzzles in the streak today, but I have reached 13, so it's a good progress. Let's see if I can get a couple of more without doing a mistake. So here I have 1, 2 and 3 attackers and 2 defenders. Can't I simply take? Now the question of course is, which is the right one on which I can take? Rook takes, queen takes, queen takes, I think is the way to go. And then I finally take it with the knight. I think that's the order, because I would want to keep this knight protected at all times. So I think it's the queen takes and the knight takes. I think it's more of the order that they were checking, whether I can actually figure out the exact order of this sequence. Here I have this back rank. Okay, why did he keep it just right there? I'm not very sure. I can simply take it. I can even take it this way. If I take it this way, okay. The idea is then the bishop takes, pawn takes, king, queen takes. I think there's some intermezzo somewhere. So I think I take. If bishop takes, I first deliver this check and then come back and pick it up. I think that's the way it goes. I don't want to spoil the structure here. Okay, he also has this opportunity of knight coming here and delivering the mate. But what if stopping him from doing the same? He could have simply just played this here and delivered this mate. Oh, I mean, yeah, the rook is protecting. I'm not sure what went wrong in that whole simple calculation. It takes this check and then I simply get this, and then I'm trying to get some exchanges done. I think. Yeah, I need to give this check and then I come back and grab this. So yes, I think he blundered something in the game. I thought there was a nice little winning sequence. King takes, rook here. Not clear. What am I gaining by doing that? What if I just simply play this up front? Rook takes, queen takes. Yeah, so nothing I'm gaining by that either. Interesting. So my idea is that there is a There's a pin possible along this line. It's the last question. Okay, actually we reached 35, 10 minutes done. But yeah, last question. Let's see if I can get this right. Pawn wise, actually the opponent is having 5 pawns against 5 pawns. Everything seems equal. This bishop is completely unprotected. And if I can give a fork, it would work very well. Rook here, rook takes, queen takes, check. I need to go somewhere else. I mean, what am I having to gain by doing this whole transaction? Okay folks, I think we got in a little tricky one now. Yes folks, it's actually a double pin, so I can actually play this. Because if it takes, I get the queen. Alright folks, I think we had a good time with the puzzles, and I'm going to now go to puzzle themes and do 4 to 5 intermezzo puzzles. And we've been struggling on this, my points have been dropping whenever I do these puzzles. I can simply take this. What's stopping me from taking it? This check, I lose this. So this check, I still lose this. So I'm understanding what intermezzo would be possible in this case. Check king hits, and there's nothing much I can do. Check, rook takes, king rook takes, and then I get this pawn. Yes, I think it's all about winning this additional pawn and trying to skewer. Let's think about it. Check, rook takes, check, king goes, and then rook takes. Having this extra pawn, I think is all it takes. If I take this, then I'm not getting this, so I think this is the move. The intermezzo check, and okay, now how do we do this? Yes, I think it's a king position was critical. As I said, intermezzo puzzles I'm really struggling. Here I think is this rook takes queen, and this is pinned, and then rook takes. Rook takes queen, rook takes, and then I just run away. Yeah, I mean, I simply run away. What's the problem? The problem is knight takes is the problem. Okay, correct folks. So there's a problem here. I cannot do this because of this. Rook takes queen, knight takes queen. Alright folks, so rook takes queen, knight takes queen, rook check, rook takes. The bishop has one escape square, knight has one escape square, I can block it. Knight takes, queen takes, then I have this queen takes, knight takes. Alright folks, so I think I'm really struggling with this. See, what can happen is that, let's say queen takes, it's not working. Knight takes, queen takes, knight takes, and if rook takes, I have a check before I can capture it back. I'm understanding. I think this is the way it works. I do this check intermediate and then I get this back. Alright folks, three more puzzles and I'm going to get into a match. I'm trying to see how it's going to work. For me, intermezzo has been the way to go for the puzzles situation. Rook here, check. He has to do something about it. Queen cannot, queen has to take it, and then I have this check. And then I can simply win it back. So I think that's what it is. Do this check, and then win this fellow back. Wonderful, folks. We've got two more, last two puzzles, and then let's see how it goes. What is the issue here? I can do this check here. I can do this check. No, not happening. I have this check. Pawn takes. Then I have this check. Yes, it's a 4 sequence, I think. Knight 1, pawn takes, queen check somewhere. Yeah, I think here. And the king cannot go anywhere, come here, and bishop mate. I am not understanding. What's the intermezzo here? What am I missing? Check, queen check, mate. How is this an intermezzo puzzle? It looks like a mating puzzle. It's really straightforward, no issues. So check here. We have an intermediate check before we take this. But why is that intermediate check important? That's the question. I'm not understanding. I can simply still take this. What is the issue with simply directly taking this? I'm losing the bishop. So I first check and then take this. I can still simply take this. Right? And simply take this because queen takes and then the knight check. And then the knight simply goes back somewhere. I think it should be playable. Knight takes, queen takes, knight check. The bishop's here, I can just go back. Let's see. I take, check. Alright, I think. Okay, folks, we've done a good number of puzzles. Of course, I have been again on the negative streak. If you look at the puzzle situation, I've lost 3 points, but it's been the regular stuff that, you know, intermezzo. I'm struggling a bit on this. Let's go to a match. I'm starting a match now, and I'm going to be playing a blitz match. I'm trying to practice a new opening with white. Let's see if yes, we've gotten white. So I'm going to play the Catalan. Somebody taught me the Catalan, and they said, why don't we try the Catalan? So I'm trying to try the Catalan. The Catalan involves playing this g3 and bishop g2 kind of a structure. I haven't really played that too much. He's going to go for the king's Indian defense. I'm going to put up the Catalan and let's see how this whole thing progresses. Okay, it's given me this pawn. Okay, I'm sorry folks, I didn't really think, I just took it. I play this. Not sure I really want to defend that pawn. I'm going to allow him to take the pawn because my idea is to try and play the Catalan. So I want to understand the structure. This is a practice opening. I want to play 3-4 games if possible with white with the structure. So my idea is very, very clear. I'm going to put the queen here. Interesting. This is very interesting. Now I'm going to play this here. This pawn's lost. That is the problem that he's, you know, looking at. Okay. Missed a few tricks in this game, but okay. There is no mate as of now. I am a pawn down. The structure attacking this. Where does he go to protect this? Knight. Is the knight trapped? Isn't the knight trapped in this situation? Where does the knight go? Not clear. But I think I have messed up something in the opening. Okay, I'll take that. This is protected. Okay. Alright, so now what I need to do is put the king here and get the rook out. And then put the king back and then put the bishop back. Okay, that's the plan. Okay, 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 fair enough. We gets that. I blundered a piece back. He's a pawn up now. He's setting maybe a couple of pawns up. Okay, I'm going to struggle this match. I have messed up in the opening as such, but okay, no issues. Let's try. Pawn push. It's not an ideal situation. Not a good situation to win. Pawn push as I had planned. Nothing different. Originally planned structure. He has this now. Queen. This. I'm a pawn down. I'm going to play this endgame pawn down. He wants to take the exchange. Please go ahead. No issues. And yeah, I think it's okay. It's a tough situation. King in the center. I want a king to come there. Messy game, folks. As I told you, I think I messed up something in the opening, and I told you it's the opening. I was winning completely. I was simply a piece up. Messed up somewhere. No issues. What is it that I am going to get to lose? This is a check. I just go here. That's the next check. I don't know. Alright, let's just play. I got a pawn. I think that was an equalish endgame situation. I just go here. Where's the next check? I'm not sure where's the next check. I'm just gonna play. I have this here. I have this rook coming up here. Okay, I'm just gonna go fully back. Still no check. And I'm going to put everything here, and I think we are okay, folks. We aren't in a bad situation. We are in a little bad situation, which is much better than being in a really bad situation. I have this spin which can be done. I have bishop sitting. Where do I want the bishop to sit? Let's take a minute, folks. I think I'm playing a bit too fast. Bishop here, pawn double push, and then I need to push the bishop back. I'm gonna start with bishop here. And rook. Another thing. Why don't I just give it up? Yeah, I'm gonna just give this up. I'm not very keen on this bishop. I mean, I'm not sure because I think this rook was horrible. And I said, okay, let me develop the rook. I think that was my idea. I'm not sure if it was the right idea, but so that was the idea. Okay, folks, let's now still continue to let's fight this out. And I need to go back and check my opening, how I need to handle this. But I want to play this. I wanted to really play this. Bishop here structure. Okay, where do I put this bishop? Bishop here is a problem because this taps the bishop, does not work. Bishop here is also okay, and king will slowly try to come. Oh no, folks, there is a problem here. See the bishop here, queen's going to go here and deliver this check, the long diagonal check, and then I think it's a bit of a troubled situation. So bishop here and the king can somehow hide here. This is the king's. Let's try. Nothing wrong in trying, folks. Just patiently try. If he takes, I have to take this option. But okay, I want to hide here finally. Alright, folks. So I thought bishop e1 was a bit of a mistake because of queen being so probably active. Agreed, that is a problem. Or is that such big a problem? I'm going to put this here and I put this here and I should be fine. I'm not clear on how we would want to handle this. I'm absolutely not clear how would I want to handle this. But okay, folks, let's relax for a minute. And let's see how it goes. I'm gonna put this rook here eventually and target this after I get some clarity on this. I want to move the king away. Can't at this point in time. Oh my god, he has his fork and I'm losing the rook. I think, yeah folks, I think I can just resign from this position, but we're gonna try. I blundered away my rook. I'm gonna play defensive. He has this check and I think I can resign. Alright folks, I'm going to resign once he has this skewer and he's going to exchange, and then the rook down endgame is no way I can play. I'm just waiting for the queen. Okay, he didn't play the queen there, but now he's threatening this. Okay, so I'm going to go back here. Go back here, go back here. See, I was just waiting for queen d1 because then there was no hope for me at all. Now that the queens are still on the board, I can hope for some mistakes and some blunders and some way that, you know, I'll get some activity some time, some place. I am not going to leave this diagonal. The diagonal is critical. He gives this check, I come here, but then the diagonal is critical. He can come here. Okay. I have this, he takes that. Rook here. Not clear. What's happening? I think he has a mating sequence somewhere. Otherwise he would not be playing that the way he did it. Quite confident he has some mating sequence somewhere what he's targeting. I need to go defensive, which I will. I'm not clear folks how we can progress. I'm just trying to play as much as I can. Check, and then I sit here. I'm not clear what needs to be done, but I'm going to just try and play around a bit. Where can I give him a check? I think let's just allow him to play a few more moves. Did I give him an exchange and he didn't take it? I don't know what to say. I think I've been just playing super bad chess today. I think you will resign this. No issues folks. Pretty bad game. But I want to analyze where I messed it up. I think the bishop move. I think here I think I'm completely winning. Yeah, I'm completely winning here, and then I messed up this move. This was the way to go, but then queen takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, he moves away. So I don't know why this was better than this, but apparently it was. And then exchange. I had this move. What's the big deal? He plays it out. So rook takes. It's a big deal. I mean, still winning quite easily. So then I think I messed up. Here I messed up. This was the mess up that happened. So I think I overall played a really bad game, and I think my problem was with the Catalan structure. The Catalan structure was not ideal. I had a very good advantage actually. I was completely winning endgame, winning opening, then I blundered. So folks, there's no problem with the opening. In summary, my opening was not the problem. So I did a mistake after that, missing tactics. So I think I've not played enough Catalan games for me to understand the structure. So I will play this, and then I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this. Oh yeah, what do you do? I think the knight comes in. Knight comes in there. And all right folks, so let's see what to do here. This opening structure is fine, I feel. Yeah, so my idea is to put pressure on the pawn, so which let me do that, but generally I play c4 here. putting further pressure here, and then I put pressure here. I mean, I don't understand. How do you handle this pressure? And I think I've got the structure that I was going for. He defends it. I still have this check to win this back. So let's just open this up. Castle. He takes it. I castle. Okay. Take it. Kick him and cancel this. He takes. I still have the check. And I'm fine. So I have this check. That was the idea. How do you stop this? I simply take back this pawn. So no issues at all there. I take this back. And we are fine. Targeting this pawn. You have the open file. I'll come back to this open file. Okay. He's attacking the bishop. I'm going to put my bishop on this diagonal. I'll kick you. Let's see. Okay. I'm not sure. Why did he give me that rook? Does he have any counter? I'm going to aim at this open file. Did he just did not see that? Or he said okay, I think. I don't know. Alright folks. I'm playing like 1617 level players. Okay. Now, what is the way to target this? I have this and this. I have this backward pawn weakness, but then I have the rook to come back at the base. I can't do this because knight takes, right? So that's a problem. Agreed. Okay, let me just play this here, allowing me to play that rook there. Okay. Alright folks. Let's quickly see what's going to be the structure here. I'm still playing as per my structure, as per my plan. I wanted to try to see how this whole pawn structure works, as I knew that the exchange would happened autoplay. Okay. Now, what do we have here? I don't know where to put this knight, to be frank. I don't have any idea, any clue. But only thing I understand is I would want to, kick these things around and open up the structure or something like that. Folks, as you know, this is my third game in Catalan that I've ever played with this structure. I'm just trying to learn this structure. So of course I'm doing some mistakes. Last time I was pretty good out of the opening. There was no big deal issues out of the opening. Why can't I just simply take this away? Bishop, no, this is a great bishop. I don't want to get rid of the bishop. This pawn push is not very beneficial. So let me reverse the position of the king and the rook, queen and the rook. I want to put the queen here. It's a problem. Okay, I put it here. Now what? I think there's I messed up something. No, I think it's fine. These knights look very good. The knight is pinned actually. Not really, now it's protected. Actually, it's not at all pinned. Multiple protects, highly guarded bishop at the base. What do I have? Do I have anything interesting? Okay, the queen came in there, so I'm going to put this here as doubled some sort of threat in this position. Bishop takes, pawn takes, a fork, attacking this pawn. What does he have? What does he really have? Where does the queen come? Queen comes here. Queen comes there. Okay folks, I think I'll just simply take this pawn and let's see how it goes. The knight comes here. Queen check, and then the knight comes back. I think we are fine. I don't see a big deal of a problem here. The knight will control the queen. And my idea is to get the queen in here and figure out some checks or something like that. Let's see. Okay, the idea is queen here delivering mate here. I have queen here. Once the queen comes, okay, I'm going to continue my counter attack. Queen here. I have a simple knight back and I'm fine. There's no real play. That is there. I have this check. I'm threatening this. I saw this already. And my idea was attacking the queen. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, folks. Horrible gameplay by me, as usual. Messing up in the end game. In the middle game in this case. Missing out on simply losing the piece. I don't see a way out of this nonsense mess I got myself into. Okay folks, I think it's horrible situation. I messed up pretty badly. I don't know what's happening to me folks today. I think I'm going to pause after this. I'm not going to have a full-fledged 1 hour session. I'm going to stop at around 40-45 minutes today because I seem to be messing up very simple positions. I'm not having good view of the board today. A tough day of losses. Massive material loss here. I have to come here and then the pawn's under threat. It's terrible situation. I have check. I don't have any nice little play further. I think we can just resign and move on, folks. Like, it's okay. I'm not going to resign, of course. I'm going to fight till the death. But yeah, I'm losing material pretty badly. Actually, materially I'll be okay. Materially I'm okay because I'm slightly material up, but I don't see once this happens. I don't see a comeback. I don't see any easy comeback. It's gonna be there. Blundered a piece. I don't think so he has a mate yet. Alright folks, I think we just got lucky. He messed it up. I take this. Simple as that. What do you have? I don't see. Bishop takes, queen takes. I don't see a mate. You may have some perpetual attempts, but there's no mate. I would have been dead lost if he had played the right sequence of moves. It is what it is. See, the problem with this is a mate. So I need this. Now I can do this. Can I? Yes, I have this escape path. Why should I do that? Why can't I do this and just escape? Why do I need this pawn here? This pawn, this check, this here, queen comes here somewhere. I think I'm fine either which ways. Here the problem is he has this kind of a diagonal check. Oh, let's see. I wasn't clear. Okay. Alright folks, I think we have to find a mating sequence here. I'm sure there's a mating sequence somewhere here. Queen check. He comes here or here. If he comes here, I have this check. Alright folks, I think I have this check here. Okay. Alright folks, I am not, as I was telling all of you, that I'm not in a great energy phase of mind, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pause today with 45 minutes, and as I know that this, if I'm not wrong, some of these are mistakes. This was simple, take this check, I go here, he simply take this, and then I think he's pretty much winning. There's nothing I could do. It's like completely winning kind of a position. So that was what is the case, but then he blundered queen x e2, and then I think I did play pretty much accurately as white to win that. I had a simple mate in one, so here he did this was blunder, I was winning. Then I had a mate in 2, he had a mate in 2, check. I think just a back rank. I haven't just seen any back ranks. Then he did some, he had a mate and I didn't see. Folks, clearly I am not in the best frame of mind. I'm going to take a pause today, 45 minutes only. I'm going to continue tomorrow. Thank you all for listening.